Welcome to EPG Patasala. My name is V. Giri Babu, Principal, State Institute of Hotel Management, Catering Technology, Applied Nutrition, Tirupati. Today, the paper is on tourism in India and the module is on food heritage of India. And food is one of the most integral part of human life. And in the tourism, it plays a vital role when a people travel from one place to another place. And India is having a great diversity of human life, and it is being diversified into different areas, different cultures, and different religions in India. Moving from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, the food habits and the religion, okay, the caste and the culture is totally differentiated from one place to another place because of the availability of food and the climatic conditions and the eating habits differentiate from one place to another place. With taking into consideration the people travel from one place to another place, especially for the food tourism purpose. And the research and other papers are also taking place in terms of food in India. So taking this into consideration, I'm going to give a brief introduction about the objectives of food heritage tourism in India. The first thing, learning of is what food heritage of India, the significance of food in tourism and role of food in promotion of Indian tourism, major food festivals of India. The first we'll be seeing about introduction to food and tourism. Food is one of the integral part and essential component of tourism. Essential component of tourism. According to the World Food Travel Association, food tourism is the pursuit and enjoyment of unique and memorable food and drink experiences both far and near. It is generally basically taking into consideration people come from different places and they have different tastes and they enjoy the food, Indian food, in different ways, because the spicy is one of the most important thing in the southern part of India, which played a vital role, and it is unique from all the foods that is available in India. For example, if you take from Kerala, it is very unique and it has a lot of flavored with coconut. And if you take the Tamil Nadu, you get a very good breakfast, okay, in terms of idli, vada, sambar, and other very delicious food available in Tamil Nadu. And when it comes to the part of Andhra Pradesh, the southern part of India, where you have the both coastal region and where you have the Rayalaseema, which is going to be very hot destination. So people from Rayalaseema and other places, these destinations will have a different sort of food, and the coastal regions mostly depend upon the seafood varieties. Food tourism also includes beverages, drinking beverages, in an amplified and associated activity. According to Hall and Surplus, the food tourism is an experiential trip to the gastronomic region for recreational or entertainment purposes, which includes visit to primary and secondary producers of food, gastronomic festivals, food fairs, events, farmers, markets, cooking shows, and demonstrations. Testing of quality food products or any tourism activity related to the food. There are special segments of tourists who travel to a destination purely because of food. The territory and its culture is the backbone of gastronomic offering, because territory is one of the most important aspects, because taking into consideration of availability of food ingredients in that local places. And for example, the coastal belts of Andhra Pradesh will have more amount of fish and fish varieties available in that particular places. But when it comes to the part of Rayalaseema, you can find lot of ragi varieties, which is the millets and other things which is being grown in this particular region. The territory is an element that differentiates and is the source of local identity. It encompasses environmental and landscape values, history, culture, tradition, the countryside, the sea, the own cuisine of the place. It is most important to understand what heritage resources and natural resources are going to convert into tourism products. That makes it possible to identify this variety. For example, because of people traveling from one place to another place, and invasion of many other kings from one destination to another destination, Hyderabad has the popularity of having the Nizami Nawab, okay, having a different cuisine called as Hyderabadi cuisine, where you can have the very good taste of kebabs and very good taste of biryani, because the local specialities play a vital role in terms of the process of cooking. For example, when it comes to the part of Hyderabadi biryani, which is completely made of dum biryani varieties, and the vegetables they use, and the Hyderabadi Irani chai, which is one of the most important specialities, and the biscuits called as Usmania biscuits, which is also one of the specialities which you can be available while you have your tea along with the biscuits. Food heritage of India. Indian food history dates back 5,000 years. The Indus Valley people hunted turtles and alligators as well as wild grains, herbs and plants. Many foods from Indus period 3000 to 1500 BC remain common today. Some include wheat, barley, rice, tamarind, eggplant, and cucumber. The Indus Valley people cooked with oils, ginger, salt, green peppers, and turmeric and roots. The Aryans also used spices such as cumin and coriander. Black pepper was widely used by 400 AD. The Greeks bought saffron while the Chinese introduced tea. The Portuguese and British made red chili, potato, and cauliflower popular in 1700 AD. Perhaps the biggest contributors to Indian culinary heritage are the Muslim people from Persia and present-day Turkey, who began arriving in India after 1200. The culinary customs of any society are a manifestation of culture and traditions. In case of Indian cooking, India is having the wealth of centuries meshed with an amazing diversity of cultures and styles that make the Indian kitchen. Indian cooking has had three large segments of development. You can see the Indian cuisine map differentiated from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, where the availability of ingredients, where the crops which has been grown, and you can see the coastal belt, where the food differentiates from one place to another place also. Because the cuisine differentiates from one place to another place, but in the borders of each and every state, you can find the mix of both the tastes of different states also, which will be clubbed with, and you can find a different varieties of food which has been coming in. And Kashmir, you can find a lot of dry fruits and nuts. And when it comes to Punjab, you can find a lot of milk and milk products. And you can come down to Gujarat, where you can have a delicacy of sweets. And when it comes to Maharashtra and other places, the center of the Maharashtra, you can find a lot of this one had with sabudana, and a lot of dishes made with sabudana. And also you can find a lot of South Indian snacks like pani puri and other places which is Maharashtrians generally prefer to eat. When it comes to the part of Andhra Pradesh, you can find a lot of hot and spicy foods. Okay, the meat they consume with it. And in Andhra Pradesh, mostly in the places of Rayalaseema and other places where meat is consumed more in the breakfast along with idli and dosa. And when it comes to part of Tamil Nadu, you can find the very good meal and a good breakfast which is available over there. And Kerala, it is coconut delicacies which are available to us. Prominent regional food heritage of India. Punjabi cuisine is associated with food from Punjab region of India and Pakistan. It shares several characteristics with the cuisine of Kashmir and other adjacent states. Punjabi cuisine is diverse and varies regionally. Local cuisine is influenced by the agriculture and farming lifestyle that has been prevalent throughout Punjab for centuries and supported by locally grown staple foods. Many of the popular elements of Indian cuisine as it is earmarked to an Indian customer such as tandoor, naan, pakora and vegetable dishes with paneer are derived from Punjab. Exclusive Punjabi dishes includes sarson ka saag, tandoori chicken, shami kebab and makki ki roti. Staple foods are rice, wheat and dairy products, clarified butter, sunflower oil, paneer and butter are used more extensively. The Kashmiri cuisine is the other cuisine which is mainly divided between two main communities. One is Kashmiri Pandit and Kashmiri Muslim. Kashmiri Pandits are non-vegetarian, but they do not use onion and garlic in their traditional dishes. And unavoidable ingredients of Kashmiri cuisine is curd and asafoetida, hing. All dishes are built around the main course of rice. The delicacy saag is made from thick green leafy vegetables called hog that grows throughout the year. Smoked meat, dried fish, and vegetables are stored for use in winter. A special masala cake is made from spice blends, onions, and local grown chilies that can be stored for a long period of time and used in flavoring curries, sauces, are made from dairy-rich products. The fruits and nuts grown from the valley are used lavishly in the daily menus. Awadhi cuisine. Awadhi cuisine is from the city of Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. The cuisine consists of both vegetarian and non-vegetarian dishes. Awadh has been greatly influenced by Mughal cooking techniques, and the cuisine of Lucknow bears similarities to those of Persia, Kashmir, Punjab, and Hyderabad, and the city is known for Nawabi foods. Their spread consists of elaborate dishes like kebabs, kormas, biryani, kalia, and nahari kulchas, jadda, shamil, romali rotis, and varki parathas. The richness of Awadhi cuisine lies not only in the variety of cuisine but also in the ingredients used like mutton, paneer, and rich spices including cardamom and saffron. Awadhi cuisine is drawn considerable amount of influence from Mughal cooking style and bears a reasonable blend of Hyderabad and Kashmir. Bengali cuisine. It is generally from in the region of Bengal, West Bengal, and the capital city of West Bengal is Calcutta, where you can have a very good spices and where you can have a very good fish varieties available in that particular place, where it is more prominent that more Bengalis eat lot amount of fish. Okay, lot amount of fish. Bengalis are great food lovers in the Indian subcontinent. Their passion for fish is so that no meal is considered complete without it. A variety of fish is available in the river Ganges, perch, mullet, crab, carp, prawn, crayfish, lobster, and hilsa that is prized above all. For Bengalis, the staple food is rice. The more delicate tastes always come first, graduating to stronger ones. Vegetables, especially the bitter ones, are the first item, followed by dal, perhaps accompanied by fritters or fries of fish or vegetables. After this come any of the complex vegetable dishes like ganto and chach hari, followed by the important fish jol as well as other fish preparations. Meat will always follow the fish. Chutneys, ambal will provide the refreshing taste. Finally, the dessert comes at the end. Now, most of the Bengali cuisine is generally prepared with mustard oil. It is one of the most important aspects where you take into consideration from the Bengal. Kerala cuisine. Kerala is the God's own country. Abundant amount of resources and a good rainfall is available for them throughout the year. Coconut is abundantly available over there, and the use of coconut and coconut oil is the most important aspect where you can see in all the type of foods that is being cooked and served in Kerala, the God's own country. Yellow banana chips fried in coconut oil and lightly salted are common. The rice appam, a pancake also called vellapam, is common to all Keralites and is eaten with a meal, stew by Syrian Christian with the avial by the Nambudris and Nayas. The idiyappam, a dish cooked of noodles, and puttu consisting of rice rava, grated coconut, and jackfruit cooked with jaggery and cardamom are among the other common items. There is also a strong Arab influence as is seen in their biryani, ground wheat, and meat porridge alays. A distinctive and unusual sweet is muttamala, chain-like strings of egg yolk cooked in sugar syrup. A wedding feast of Nayas includes several types of pachadis, pickles, chips, and payasam based on milk, coconut milk, rice, dal, and banana. However, no meat is served. The Nambudris, who are the Brahmins, are strict vegetarians who favor the idli, dosa, and puttu for breakfast with coconut or curd accompaniments and eat their rice with kuttu, kalan, and olan. The use of garlic in their cooking is avoided. Kerala cuisine is very hot and spicy. Like most places in India, food is traditionally eaten by hand and served on a banana leaf. Another interesting feature is abundance use of coconut, mustard seed, curry leaves, and coconut. Chettinadu cuisine. Chettinadu is one of the prominent place in Tamil Nadu, where lot of Chettiars who are mostly migrating to one place to another place in terms of trade, where they go to Turkey and they come down to Chettinadu is one of the prominent places where they have a good buildings built with different items which is brought from different parts of the countries, and they live a lavish life, and the food is very lavish, and it is morely used oil, okay, whole garam masalas, and they use a lot of curry leaves in preparation of the food. The Chettiar community of Chettinadu, 25 miles south of Chennai, Tamil Nadu, have a most interesting chicken dishes, though fish and meat also form a part of their eating habits. The Chettinadu cuisine reflects the lifestyles of Nattukottai Chettiars, who come from one of the driest regions of South India and belong to the most peripatetic of trading communities. Merchant bankers who roamed through the countries of Southeast Asia, living frugally but making enormous fortunes. There are variety number of sun-dried and salted vegetables that are stored by the Chettiar houses, who make use of every seed, fruit and legume that grows in the countryside. The Chettinadu cuisine is silent species like red chilies, pepper, onion and coriander seasons with subtle excellence, so that the vegetable or meat is not overpowered by looks of well-balanced flavor, inviting a succulent serving followed by a few others. Goan cuisine. Goan cuisine is fusion of Christians, Hindus and Portuguese cuisine. Goa, being a coastal region, have variety of seafoods like prawns, lobsters, crabs, pomfrets, etc. Goans prefer rice instead of wheat, and they also use coconut milk in plenty. Due to the abundant coconut is an essential ingredient of the Goan cuisine. Goans do not have a sweet tooth, but some of the most famous Goan sweets are bibinka, and doodh bibinka is a sweet dish which is made by pancakes baked on one over another. Traditionally, it should be having 16 layers. These pancakes are made up of coconut milk, flour, sugar, egg and nutmeg. Dudal is the jaggery flavored fudge made from palm, jaggery, rice, flavor and coconut milk. Fern is an integral part of Goan. Fern is locally brewed wine. Goans make feni with cashew nuts, and every Goan enjoy it with food. Hyderabadi cuisine. Hyderabad is one of the prominent places in Telangana and is also the capital region of Telangana. It has a great significance of ruled by the different Muslim kings from different parts of the countries. And now, Hyderabadi cuisine is one of the most popular cuisine, where delicacies of preparation is completely different from other cuisines. And you can find a lot of kebabs, and you can find a lot of rotis, and the eating habits of influenced by the Muslim is totally different, and the three meals they go for the meat in the Hyderabadi area. The people of this region are predominantly Muslims and Hindu, therefore their habits show a clear distinction, although similar in many ways. The Hyderabadi Muslims got their food habits from Mughals, while the Hindus had their own distinctive style, as can be seen from number of preparations like Bagare Baigan, Biryani, etc. The Hyderabadi Muslim community prefers a liberal use of red meat, and almost all their gravies are made up of rich ingredients. One of the most characteristic features of Hyderabadi cuisine is the use of tamarind as a sourcing agent, unlike lime used by the Mughal. Early morning begins with nihari, a lamb stew made from lamb trotters seasoned with cassia buds, cardamom, and potlika masala, which includes sandalwood, castle roots, and dried roses. This is eaten with sharmal, Hyderabadi bread. The richly flavored kachi biryani is prepared with tender marinated lamb and cooked together. Andhra cuisine. Andhra is one of the state in India which has a lot of significance upon the food, and from starting from the coastal, it has the both coastal belt and it also very hot belt which is form of Rayalaseema and coastal Andhra. We call it as Rayalaseema and coastal Andhra. See, the Andhra food is very spicy because of abundant cultivation of chilies in the state. The cuisine is largely vegetarian with only the coastal area showing a marked preference for seafood. Fish and prawns are curried in sesame and coconut oils and flavored with freshly ground pepper and eaten with rice. Traditionally, the Andhra meal is served on clean banana leaf or a stainless steel thali. The people eat sitting down on the floor or on low wooden stools. The main course must contain rice, dal, vegetables like yam, ladyfinger, brinjal, and bitter gourd. Pulusu and charu are the two thick and thin clear liquids respectively which are eaten with rice. Like southern food, the typical dosa, etc. can be found in many restaurants, but favorite remains pesarattu, a dosa which has the filling of upma and onion. Rasam, fire hot, is a typical favorite of southern region. The spicy chutneys and pickles of Andhra, especially mango and shrimp, are simply the superb and country among hot favorites. The last course of Andhra meal comprises of thick set curd, which is must in every Andhra meal. Otherwise, a meal would be incomplete. During summer, seasoned buttermilk or majiga is taken with the meal or a refreshing drink throughout the meal. Maharashtrian cuisine. Like most of the coastal states of India, Marathi food uses a lot of fish and coconut. Peanut oil is main cooking medium. Maharashtrians eat both wheat and rice, but rice is given a place of prominence. Modak served on feast days to the delicate rice flavored biscuits, cookies called anarsa that served on Diwali. Ratnagiri, a district of Maharashtra, has the distinction of producing the best mango in the entire world called Apus and Alfonso. The Maharashtrian meal is eaten in large metal plates. Most of the food is already on plate, neatly laid out in a very special order, all vegetarian. Each item has designated place on the plate like the number on the clock. The left side of the signet relishes and savories, the right of the vegetables, split peas and sweets. Regional food festivals of India. Food festivals were one of the common thing to promote the food tourism in India. Many of the countries, many of the hotels in India promote food tourism for the people living from the different places. They generally take the chefs from one place to another place and they make them to cook the food in different hotels and to serve the food in different places of the country. So food is one of the integral part taken into consideration of because of the migration from one place to another place. People living in that particular place would like to release the food of different tastes and different places, and so different places. The food tourism is definitely it is going to have a drastic thing in the form of promotion. The one most important thing which I would like to tell you is the railway tourism. You can have the palace on wheels, which takes you from different parts of which takes you from one place to another place. Where during this particular period of time, during the travel on your train, you will be exposing to different kinds of tourism and different kinds of tourism. Where you have here you can expose to water tourism, where you can have the wildlife tourism and the food tourism. And during the travel, they take you to the palaces in Jaipur and other places where the food is served on a candlelight dinner, and in the palaces where you can enjoy and release the food, the cooking mostly in front of you and serving you the food in front of you, the hot and spicy and juicy. So the food is one of the most important thing, and the food festivals in India play a pivotal role in the promotion of tourism. Food festivals of India are vibrant representation of myriad tastes of the country, complete with the exclusive delicacies and food items belonging to the Indian state. Some festive events offer lip-smacking delicious foods, snacks, main courses, food items, desserts, and various kinds of food preparation with fruits and desserts to the visitors. Some of the celebrated food festivals of India include International Mango Food Festival in India, Seafood Festival in the West Bengal, Gujarati Food Festival, etc. Dil Ke Pakwan Festival, Delhi. The Delhi Tourism organizes week-long annual event on culinary delight Dil Ke Pakwan. Thousands of people have thronged the Khao Gali street food stalls. Tourists from United States, Britain, and Germany visited the street food stalls and released special tikki, jal murchi, soya bun chap, rumali roti with kadai ka paneer and garlic salt special kebab. Street food is a treasure house of local culinary traditions and is increasingly playing an important role as an enhancer and force multiplier of tourism sector. International Mango Food Festival, Delhi. The International Mango Food Festival celebrates for 2 days during summer, exhibits over 550 varieties of mangoes which involve Chorsaya, Malda, Shamsahi, Himsagar, Balia, Doon, Nigarin Khiria, Ruchika, Mallika, Amrapali, Fazia, Alfonso, Galchia, Daman, and many others. Tourism Development Corporation arranges the festival in coordination with the National Horticulture Board, New Delhi, Municipal Corporation and Agriculture and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority. Cultural performances and competitions like mango slogan writing and mango eating contests and ladies are the essential part of the food festival. Kashmiri Food Festival. Kashmiri Food Festival, which is celebrated for 10 days in the month of January in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Delicious, spiced foodstuffs accompanied by mild taste and very little salt, particularly non-vegetarian items, are some of the main food attractions of the festival. Kashmiri platters are enriched with superbly delicious dishes like aloo chura, surkangeri paneer tikki, nandru ka churma, akrat ki chutney, badam sab sorba soup, and bodwarja rajma, choy ki wangan, matar mushroom, madur pulao or sweet rice, chada chawal, Kashmiri lavasa bread, paneer kelian and others. Sweet dishes like halwa and rasamalai, kawa or green tea, which is popular health drink of Kashmir, is also offered in this festival. Spices like saffron, cardamom, clove, cinnamon, etc. are employed to add to the taste of the various food items. Gujarati Food Festival. Gujarati Food Festival is organized in the western Indian state of Gujarat. Compromise jalebi, rabri, methi muthia, bindi, sambriya, shruti dal, Gujarati kachori, Gujarati khadi and a series of other amazingly wonderful delights which are exclusive to this Indian state. Chefs of renowned hotels and restaurants of Gujarat participate in this festival. Bangalore Restaurant Week Festival. Bangalore Restaurant Week Festival celebrates in the city of Bangalore, Karnataka. A vast number of chefs belonging to different restaurants as well as food lovers participate in this recurring food festival. Various types of contests, quizzes and competitions are held during this impressive food festival. Seafood Festival of West Bengal. The Great Seafood Festival is organized in the eastern Indian states of West Bengal, especially places like Digha and other popular sea beaches. Various kinds of non-vegetarian foodstuffs are savored by the tourists and food lovers who attend this famous food festival. Summary. Food is an integral part of tourism. Food tourism is the pursuit and enjoyment of unique and memorable food and drink experiences both far and near. The territory and its culture is the backbone of food tourism. All India is prominent place for these diversities which are the source of gastronomic offering. India is a country with rich heritage and is known for this the world over. This diversity of culture can be seen in its enormous cuisine. Indian cuisine is true sense is an amalgamation of the cultures, traditions, and influence of different ethnic communities absorbed by imbibed over the century. Food festivals of India are a vibrant representation of the myriad tastes of the country, offers some of the popular festivals including International Mango Festival in Delhi, Seafood Festival in West Bengal, Gujarati Food Festival, etc. And also taking all this into consideration, and many of the hotels in India concerning to Kerala, or if you take Andhra Pradesh, the major group of hotels in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they bring out their own cuisine of their particular taste into vibrant aspects, cooking them traditionally in front of the guest, serving the food traditionally in front of the guest, and making the experience of the guest more happy and vibrant during their dining experiences in the hotels. It also not for the promotion, but also to keep them important, as keep them taking into consideration of keeping them into experiences in the cooking in the past and how the cooking in the past. The fire, cooking on the fire, it differentiated from cooking on the gas and other electronic appliances because of the taste is going to vary, and the temperatures of the food during the cooking processes also. These experiences make the guest more important. Most of the hotels today, they have the main kitchen, and the local traditional cuisines are generally cooked on the fire with the traditional vessels which they have coming from centuries and ages also. So food tourism in each and every state is being kept as an important aspect, and they organize food festivals in promoting and development of food tourism in India. Thank you.